So a lot of people ask me how we ensure the quality at Dr. Frigz. So we have divided into 3 simple steps. We can check the dimensions of the instrument to make sure that it conforms to the basic requirement, the length, the depth, the shape, the profile. Then we can also check the functionality of it. So there are different tests for the functionality. If it's a cutting instrument, it should cut properly. If it's a grasping instrument, it should grasp properly, and so on. And then we also check the aesthetics. So all of these 3 different things are checked along the production of the process, or along the production of the instrument at different stages. So in one stage, we might be checking the dimensions. In another stage, we might be checking the functionality. And in the later stage, we might be checking the aesthetics, the overall look, the surface finish of the product. And in the QC section, we check all of these 3 things before each and every instrument is sent out to the customer. So one of the common questions that we receive at Dr. Frigz is, what's the difference between a reusable instrument and a disposable or a single-use instrument? And the answer is very simple actually. When you start with a good raw material and you do all the good processes and the proper processes on it, you end up with a good instrument, which would be a reusable instrument. And when you start with a lower quality stainless steel or lower quality raw materials, you end up with a lower quality instrument, which is better for a single-use instrument. So specifically, when we make an instrument from German steel, from Japanese steel, from a high quality, high carbon steel, and we perform all of the processes which are required to be performed on it, and we perform it according to the international standards, that results in a higher quality instrument which can be reused over and over again. And when we use the disposable steel, which is the Pakistani steel, then we can get the Pakistani disposable or single-use instruments. These instruments are used for one time and then discarded. So in the single-use instruments, it's not only the steel that is changed, but it is also some of the processes which are not performed on the product simply because they are not going to be reused again and again. So this is one of the main differences between a single-use instrument and a reusable instrument. So Dr. Frigz International is one of the biggest manufacturers of surgical instruments in Pakistan. And the company was established by my father, who is currently the chairman of the company. And the company was established in 1980. Since then, we have grown into a huge company spread over 10 acres and employing more than 1,000 employees directly and indirectly. So Dr. Frigz is famous worldwide for the manufacturing of high-quality surgical instruments, which include the general surgery line, the dental surgery line, the electrosurgery line, and now we are also developing the laparoscopic range. Very soon, Dr. Frigz will be able to offer sterile packed instruments. This would be a huge innovation because it will help us to vertically integrate forward into the hospital systems so that we could supply them with sterile instruments which the hospitals can simply use during their procedures. Dr. Frigz takes care of its environment. We are one of the biggest users of solar energy. We have more than about 200 kilowatts of solar panels installed. And we have decided that whenever we make a new building unit, it will have the solar panels. But it's not only about the solar panels, we also care about the rest of the environment. So there are recyclable things that we use, there are other social compliances that we comply to, like the cleanliness of the water, the recycling of the water or the chemicals, or the disposing of harmful chemicals before they are let go in the drain. In addition to this, Dr. Frigz takes care of its employees. So Dr. Frigz is one of the only companies in Pakistan in the surgical industry that has provided healthcare benefit to its employees. So the employees, along with their spouses and 2 children, can go to any hospital and they can get any treatment that they require, and the company will take care of it through the health insurance. This is a one-of-a-kind innovation and one-of-a-kind service that we provide to our employees simply because we recognize that without good employees, without this excellent human resource, nobody can succeed in this world. In addition to this, Dr. Frigz is also one of the only companies in Pakistan in the surgical industry that is ICAEW certified. And what that means is people and students can come to our company and have work or internship or experience in this company, and that would be counted towards their educational degree. All of this is possible because at Dr. Frigz we value professionalism, we value education, we value the society, and we like to give back to the society. And one of the ways that we give back to the society is by doing various social causes projects. which includes water wells in which we provide filtered water to the community. We also provide so many other services like supporting orphanages and old age homes and feeding the people, which is a basic necessity and which needs to be done in every part of the world. So one of the biggest innovations that is upcoming at Dr. Frigz is the initiation of the clean room and sterilization facility. So what that basically means for us is that we have invested heavily in getting one of the biggest clean rooms of the city available for our customers. It will have a state-of-the-art EO sterilization facility which can cater to about 25 cbm every single day. We will also have a microbiology lab with it, which we are planning to get certified. So that would be the only first and the only at this moment certified lab in the country for microbiology testing. We'll also have a huge clean room which will have different packing technologies, including the blister packing machines and the pre-cleaning system along with it. All of this would help us cater to the single-use sterile instruments market, which we are currently sending a lot of to the US and also to Germany. At Dr. Frigz, we believe that if you want to do something good and if you want to have quality in your products, you need to bring those processes in-house. This is not so common for the rest of the companies, simply because it is impossible to bring in-house more than 12,000 different kinds of surgical instruments. But at Dr. Frigz, what we try to do is we even try to make the screws by ourselves. So what that allows us to do is to ensure that the quality of the whole of our product, including the components that go inside the product, are according to the international standards and they are according to the requirement of the customer. This further ensures that if you do any testing on our product, it would be uniform across the board and not have different variations or different specifications if you test it from different areas. This is just one of the ways on how we ensure the quality at Dr. Frigz. At Dr. Frigz, we have also done a lot of R&D for our customers. So sometimes a customer will give us a product and they would ask us to replicate it, and that is simple enough. But sometimes they would give us a challenge in which they would ask us to make this product in a much better way. So for example, we would get a product and the customer's requirement would be to make it lighter, in which case we'll have to experiment with different materials and different manufacturing techniques to ensure that we get to what the customer requires. So whether it is a new product that you want to get developed, whether it is an existing product that you want to get modified, whether it is a challenge that you are trying to achieve, Dr. Frigz can be there with you as your partner in development and production. So there are thousands of companies that manufacture surgical instruments all around the world. What's so special about Dr. Frigz? In addition to providing with high quality surgical instruments, we also work on the ethos that our instruments actually help save thousands of lives each year. The instruments that we manufacture are the instruments that we will be comfortable if they are used on us. That is a guarantee that our instruments are high quality and that we will be satisfied and content if the doctor or the surgeon announces that those instruments are being used on us. Our instruments help save thousands of lives each year.